Hi everyone, we're here with Stacy, and a lot of you guys already know Stacy. Stacy's been our patient for many years, and she now is our marketing person. But today we're going to focus on one particular treatment that she's had, and it's called Sculptra. So I'm going to have Stacy tell you why she's doing the treatment, and we'll go from there.
So this is my second time actually with Sculptra. So a few years ago, about probably two and a half years ago, I had a full round of Sculptra treatment. So with Sculptra, it's a multiple treatment process for your first time. So we typically do 2 to 4 vials, and they're about 6 to 8 weeks apart, and you do a series of 3. So I did that round about 2 years ago. Now it's time to do a little refresher because my Sculptra, I don't know if you can see, but I like to do it in the temples, and it kind of just fills in this area and gives me a little lift on the side of my face. So it's kind of time to redo my treatment, but because this is my second time around, I'm only probably going to need to do 1 treatment is what we're hoping. So
thanks, Stacey, for sharing that. Sculptra, what we see in our practice with Sculptra in our patients is that Sculptra is really a poly-L-lactic acid. So it's not like the traditional fillers where you see the immediate effect of it and that lasts for a year and a half, 2 years. With Sculptra, you really have to allow the body to build up collagen to the particles that are injected. And so that's why Stacey was saying that we did multiple sessions, and that's absolutely true. We need to usually do about 2 vials for each session that we're doing the treatment. And typically, it's 1 vial for every 10 years of your life that we have to replenish the collagen that has been lost. So again, Stacey's had 3 treatments already. Today, we're just kind of reinforcing and building a little bit more collagen. It'll take her about 4 weeks to about 6 weeks to build up that collagen. So today, we'll see some effect from the saline that is part of that allows the particles to float in the solution that we inject. That will regress in the next 48 hours, and then she'll be left with just her normal tissues and the particles. And again, over 4 to 6 weeks, you'll see that collagen building up. The one last thing that we do see with Sculptra, and the one aspect that I really love about Sculptra is that it brightens your skin. So that's something that Stacey will see as time goes on, as your body builds up collagen. All right, we're ready to begin the Sculptra treatment, and Stacey has not had any topical numbing or anything like that. There is some numbing medicine with the Sculptra, so that should help with any sort of discomfort. The main thing you'll see is that the needle goes in, which we're going to insert right now. And you'll see the syringe right there, and we're going to put a little bit of Sculptra and a little bit of the saline that's mixed with it. You'll see the tissues rising as well. And so again, the effect that we see from Sculptra is the fluid so far, and that's just saline and water. So you'll see it rising right there. That's where the Sculptra is being injected. Okay, so we've just finished injecting Stacey's left side of her temple region. And so you'll see that it looks good. Just a little bit of swelling, but it looks great actually in terms of the fluid that's given. The thing that I would tell you is that this area that's injected needs to be massaged 5 times a day. 5 minutes each time you inject it, and for 5 days. And the reason is just to kind of mix up the particles so that they're not all clumped together.
Okay, so we just finished my Sculptra treatment, and a lot of people ask me, now that you've seen the actual treatment, they say, what does it feel like when you're going through the treatment? And I'm going to be honest, is it your favorite 5 minutes? Of course not, but it is literally 5 minutes. And all you basically feel is the first kind of injection of the product, and then that lidocaine that's part of the product kind of gets into that area, and you really don't feel much in the injections after that. So it's really the first little poke that you feel, and honestly, it's 5 minutes to change the next 2 years of your appearance, so it's well worth it.